Have you ever returned to your car after shopping or after work and noticed something strange jammed into your door handle? Maybe it was a penny. Maybe a quarter. You might have thought it was just random, a weird prank, or maybe someone trying to be funny. But what if I told you that coin, that single, small, insignificant-looking object, could be a sign that you're being watched, targeted, and possibly just moments away from being the victim of a theft, or something even worse? This video isn't just another internet rumor. We've done the research, pulled the real reports, and interviewed experts in law enforcement, private security, and even former criminals. What we found shocked us. Today on Truth Tuned, we're diving into one of the most unsettling automotive warnings circulating online, the infamous coin-in-the-door handle trick, and revealing the dangerous truth behind it. This isn't a joke. This isn't fearmongering. It's a wake-up call every car owner needs to hear. So buckle up. Because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your car the same way again. Let's start with how the trick works. Criminals look for targets in places where people are distracted: busy shopping centers, gym parking lots, movie theaters, airports, and even churches. Anywhere you're likely to park for more than an hour is fair game. The setup is simple. They find your vehicle, typically when you're not around, and place a coin into the passenger side door handle, not the driver's side. Why? Because when you return to your car, you're far less likely to check the passenger side. In some vehicles, especially older models or ones with flawed latch sensors, this small obstruction prevents that door from fully engaging or locking. When you hit the lock button, either using your key fob or the central lock, all the doors seem to lock, but the one with the coin may remain unlocked. The criminals then follow you, wait until you walk away from the car, and return to open that unlocked door. Just like that, no alarms, no broken glass, no forced entry. In seconds, they can take anything valuable inside your car, your bag, your wallet, your laptop, or even documents with your home address on them. Worse, in some cases, they don't just rob you, they take the car entirely. But it doesn't stop there. Some more advanced theft rings combine the coin trick with relay attacks. This is where they use a device to clone the signal from your key fob if it's too close, like in your backpack or pocket. With the door already physically open thanks to the coin, the clone signal allows them to start the car and drive off, all within 60 seconds. Let that sink in. A coin, a clone signal, and now your vehicle and your identity are gone.
We've seen a recent increase in car thefts where thieves are placing coins in door handles to identify unlocked vehicles.
If this sounds like something out of a movie, it isn't. These tactics have been confirmed by law enforcement across multiple countries. In 2017, the St. Louis County Police Department in the U.S. issued a warning on Facebook after investigating a series of thefts believed to be linked to this exact method. In South Africa, multiple security companies and police agencies issued alerts to the public after discovering that thieves were jamming coins and other small objects into car door handles to prevent full locking. In Canada, reports of people finding coins in their handles went viral, prompting local authorities to issue statements urging drivers to double-check all door locks before walking away from their cars.
In Canada tonight, an alarming surge in vehicle thefts is putting communities on edge. Authorities report a dramatic increase across several provinces.
And in the United Kingdom, auto theft is an ongoing epidemic, with criminals using everything from key cloning to tire markings, to door handle interference, to steal cars in under 2 minutes. One Reddit user shared a chilling experience. I got out of my car at a gym, parked in the same spot I always do. I came back 2 hours later and noticed a penny had been wedged into my passenger door handle. I didn't think much of it and drove home. The next day, I realized my glove box had been opened. Nothing was missing, but it was clear someone had been in there. Another shared this. I work at a hotel valet. One of our guests came out asking if we had touched her car. She found a coin in the door and thought it was a tip or something weird. Turns out, 2 other cars in the same lot had coins too. The next morning, one of them had their laptop stolen from the trunk. It was unlocked. Even if only a fraction of these stories are true, it's clear that the tactic is real. Whether it's used as a trigger to disable locks or as a marker to signal the car as a future target, it's dangerous. And here's the scariest part: even when the coin doesn't actually jam the lock, it often still serves as a marker. It tells a thief, This person didn't check their car. They're distracted. They're vulnerable. And that's exactly what a criminal needs.
Tonight we're looking at a concerning rise in car thefts across the United Kingdom.
Criminals don't need to be tech geniuses. Most of them aren't. What they are is observant. They're watching how the average person behaves. How rushed we are. How many of us check our phones before even putting the key in the ignition? How many people throw a gym bag, laptop, or purse in the back seat without even a second thought? A coin in the handle is just one of dozens of tactics used to test your awareness. If you fall for that test, you're marked. You're the easy one. It's the same reason thieves use sticky notes on your rear windshield or bottles in the wheel well. If you get out to remove the note or check the noise, boom, your car is running, door open, and they're in. These tactics work because we're distracted. Let me ask you this, when's the last time you walked around your entire vehicle before getting in? Have you ever even looked at the passenger door before driving away? That's the exact behavior these scams exploit. Now that you understand how the coin trick works, let's talk about which vehicles are most at risk. Not all cars are equally vulnerable. Many older models, particularly those built before 2012, lack the modern security features that detect whether a door is properly shut and locked. This means a jammed or obstructed latch can prevent a door from locking without triggering any warnings or alerts. Brands like Honda, Toyota, Ford, and Nissan have had models where the central locking system relies on mechanical latching sensors, not digital detection. If the sensor doesn't fully engage, say because a coin is wedged in the handle or latch, the door stays unlocked, but the car thinks it's locked. Luxury cars aren't immune either. Some high-end vehicles like early BMWs, Audis, and Mercedes models use soft-closed doors and may quietly fail to lock if anything interferes with the alignment. Criminals know this. They specifically target vehicles with large center consoles, visible electronics, or those commonly driven by professionals or students. Another factor? Keyless entry systems. While convenient, they're also easier to manipulate if the door doesn't fully lock. Add a coin in the handle and a cheap RFID booster from the dark web? You're looking at a car theft in under 60 seconds. The worst part? Some of these tricks aren't detectable until it's too late. Even when you hit the lock button, even when you hear the click, the door may still be slightly ajar. And that's all it takes. Here's the thing, coins aren't the only trick used to target you. Let's talk about a few other commonly used marking scams that thieves and organized crime rings use in parking lots across the country. The sticky note trick. This one's been used for years. A thief places a sticky note, often something handwritten like "Sorry I hit your car" or "Call me," on your rear windshield. You spot it after getting into your car. Naturally, you get out to remove it, often leaving the engine running and your door wide open. That's all they need. Plastic bottle in the wheel well. You start driving and hear a weird crunching or rattling sound coming from one of your tires. You get out to inspect. Again, you leave the car running, distracted, vulnerable. This method has been confirmed in both the US and South Africa. Zip ties or string on door handles or wipers. This is often used for human trafficking identification. It marks the car for a later time or for someone else to pick up. It can also be used to signal that the target is alone or consistently parked in that area. Business cards or flyers on the windshield. Fake advertisements or offers left on your windshield or tucked into your window sill. They may not seem suspicious until you realize that while you're pulling it off, someone is watching or approaching. Rear bumper stickers or fake damage notices. Thieves sometimes attach fake "you've been hit" stickers or warning slips to trigger a reaction, causing you to circle around your car in confusion or to park in a quiet area and investigate. All of these are designed to do one thing: distract you and create an opportunity. Thieves don't want confrontation. They want access, fast, easy, and unnoticed. So what do you do if you see any of these signs? We'll get to that soon. But first, let's talk about what happens when you ignore these signs, and how some people only realize something's wrong when it's far too late. Let's go back to the human side of this. Here are a few true stories that either went viral or were confirmed by police, not to scare you, but to show how often people brush off warning signs and end up regretting it. Case 1, the college student in Texas. A 21-year-old female student returned to her car late at night after a study session. She noticed a strange coin in the passenger handle but assumed someone had played a prank. She got in and drove home. The next morning, she realized her glove compartment had been opened and her student ID, parking pass, and some gift cards were gone. No forced entry. No broken glass. Just a coin and a missing identity. Case 2, the delivery driver in Florida. A man working for a courier company made multiple stops in one afternoon. At the fourth stop, he noticed a plastic bottle stuck between his tire and fender. He assumed it was trash until he returned to the car and noticed his passenger door had been cracked open. His backpack with his laptop and company documents? Gone. Security footage later revealed someone had been following him for nearly 30 minutes. Case 3, the executive in San Diego. A businesswoman noticed a sticky note on her rear windshield just as she was leaving a corporate parking garage. As she exited her car to remove it, she saw a man approaching from the corner of her eye. Her instincts kicked in. She got back in, locked the door, and drove straight to the police. That man was later caught loitering in the same garage 2 days later, armed and with a list of license plates. Each of these stories started with something small. A coin. A bottle. A piece of paper. All seemingly harmless, but they were the beginning of something far more dangerous. Okay, let's say you walk up to your car and you notice something strange. Maybe it's a coin. Maybe it's a sticky note. Maybe it's a water bottle jammed between your tire and wheel well. What should you do? Step 1, don't touch anything yet. Pause. Take a deep breath. Look around you. Is anyone nearby? Is someone watching from a distance or inside another vehicle? Your first instinct might be to grab the object and toss it, but resist that urge. Any unusual marker could be part of a setup. Look for any unfamiliar vehicles parked near you with people sitting inside, pretending to be on their phones or idling. Step 2, record it. Take out your phone and record a short video. Capture the object in question, your car's surroundings, and anything suspicious. Not only is this useful in case something happens later, but it also sends a message, you're aware. Step 3, alert security or law enforcement. If you're in a public place like a mall, school, or airport, notify security personnel. Ask them to escort you or to check the parking lot footage. If you're in a residential area or parked on the street, consider calling your non-emergency police line. Explain the situation and ask if there have been other reports. Step 4, check all doors, locks, and windows. Before driving away, physically check every single door. Don't rely on your key fob alone. Some criminals jam signals or trick your car system. Confirm that each door is truly locked and latched. This is especially important if you have an older vehicle. Step 5, drive somewhere safe. If you feel unsafe, drive to a populated, well-lit location immediately. If someone is following you, do not go home. Instead, head to the nearest police station or gas station with cameras and people present. Step 6, check your car again later. Once you're home and in a safe environment, do a full sweep of your vehicle. Look inside your glove box, under seats, in the trunk, and under the car if you're comfortable doing so. Criminals sometimes plant GPS trackers or hide devices that relay your key signal. If anything is missing or suspicious, report it. Even if it feels small. Now that you know what to do in the moment, let's talk long-term strategy. 1. Always do a 360 degrees walk around. Before entering your car, especially at night, walk a full circle around it. Look at the handles, the tires, the windows, and even the rear bumper. You're looking for anything out of place, foreign objects, markings, or damage. 2. Avoid routine parking patterns. If you go to the gym, school, or work every day, don't park in the exact same spot. Criminals rely on routines to plan their hits. By switching up where and how you park, you make yourself a harder target. 3. Hide all valuables before you arrive. Never place your laptop, purse, or valuables in the trunk after you park. Always do it before you get to your destination. Thieves often watch parking lots for people stashing items in the trunk. That tells them exactly which cars are worth breaking into. 4. Use a Faraday pouch for key fobs. Modern cars are vulnerable to signal cloning. A Faraday pouch or box blocks the signal from your key fob when you're not using it, preventing criminals from using relay attacks to open or start your car. They cost less than $20. 5. Invest in a dash cam with parking mode. Dash cams can record activity near your vehicle even while you're away. Parking mode captures motion or vibrations, which can be crucial if your car is marked, bumped, or accessed. 6. Use a steering wheel lock or brake pedal lock. These physical deterrents are old school, but effective. Thieves are looking for fast, easy targets. If your car has a visible lock, they're far more likely to move on. 7. Consider a GPS tracker. Products like the Apple AirTag or other GPS devices can be hidden in your car in case it's ever stolen. Just make sure you check your local laws regarding GPS tracking on vehicles. 8. Know the high theft areas. Do you live in or travel through cities like Los Angeles, Houston, Atlanta, or Chicago? These are top hotspots for car theft. Stay extra alert in these areas and don't leave your vehicle idling or unattended, not even for a minute. We reached out to several security experts, including a retired police detective from Florida, a private investigator in New York, a former car thief turned security consultant. Here's what they told us. Criminals thrive on routine. They watch people. They mark cars based on behavior. If you always leave your car unlocked, they'll notice. If you leave things visible, you're a target. The coin trick? It's not always about jamming the lock. Sometimes it's just a tag. It tells someone, this person isn't paying attention. That's all they need. We've seen everything from lipstick marks on tires, QR code stickers, even paper towels wedged into the door. None of it's random. Bottom line? You have to treat your car like an extension of your personal space. Would you leave your front door unlocked with your wallet on the couch? Of course not. So why do it with your vehicle? Now that we've gone deep into the tactics, psychology, and real-life stories, let's step back and ask the question people always bring up in the comments. Is this even real, or is it just another internet myth? The truth is somewhere in the middle, and that's what makes it dangerous. Yes, the exact coin and door handle disables lock scenario has not been widely documented with scientific evidence. Some newer car models won't be affected by a coin in the handle. Some stories that went viral were later proven to be exaggerated or unconfirmed. But here's where it gets serious. The coin is symbolic. It's not just about disabling your lock. It's a low-effort, low-risk way to tag a vehicle. There are confirmed tactics involving distractions, fake notes, marking methods, and sensor jamming. Law enforcement has issued real public warnings about objects found in car door handles, flyers, zip ties, and more. Car thieves often test awareness before striking, and small details like this are part of a larger system. So is this specific trick always used to break into cars? Maybe not. But does it reflect a broader trend of car-related crime that is real, ongoing, and growing every year? Absolutely. That's the dirty little truth about urban legends. Many of them are built around real techniques. The moment you dismiss them entirely, you let your guard down. And that's what criminals count on. So, what's the takeaway here? You don't need to live in fear. But you do need to develop awareness. Because whether it's a coin, a note, a zip tie, or a chalk mark, these are all potential signs that someone sees you as an opportunity. And it's not just about your car being stolen. It's about your documents, your identity, your safety. When someone can get into your car unnoticed, they're not just stealing stuff, they're stealing trust. They're violating your space. And in the worst-case scenarios, it becomes a gateway to even darker crimes. That's why this message matters. That's why videos like this go viral. Because behind every piece of clickbait is a cautionary tale worth hearing. So here's what you should always remember. Never assume your car is locked. Double-check manually. Always scan your surroundings, especially at night or when alone. Use visible deterrents like cameras, locks, and anti-theft stickers. If anything feels off, trust your gut. Get help. Leave the area. Don't assume it won't happen to me. It happens every day, often to the people who say that. And if you ever see a coin in your door handle again, or any other bizarre object, stop, think, and respond smart. That single moment of awareness could be the one that saves your vehicle, your money, or even your life. Let's do a quick 2-minute recap for those who might have skipped through. The coin trick: a coin jammed in your passenger side door handle can prevent the car from locking or mark it as a target. Real cases exist. Police in the US, South Africa, and Europe have documented car crimes involving this and similar distractions. Distraction scams, sticky notes, fake damage slips, flyers, and even zip ties have all been used to mark or distract targets. You can fight back. A 360 degrees vehicle check, physical lock confirmation, Faraday pouches, and dash cams are all proven ways to reduce risk. It's about awareness, whether the coin disables your lock or not. It's about being observant and breaking the pattern criminals rely on. Thanks for watching this Truth Tuned deep dive. If you've ever encountered something like this, a coin in your handle, a weird flyer, or someone suspicious near your car, drop a comment below and tell us your story. The more we share, the safer we all become. If this video helped you, smash that like button. It really helps us keep putting out content that matters. Don't forget to subscribe to Truth Tuned for more honest, hard-hitting automotive content, from scams and car theft tactics to maintenance tips and real mechanic advice. And remember, it's not about fear. It's about being informed. That's what gives you power. This has been Truth Tuned, and now you're tuned into the truth.